joint custody first. And so when men just be making excuses, you just don't want your kids at this point. Because I keep telling you what to do. You getting threatened for your life and all that, and you still won't go, and you got the money to do it. My baby daddy, I let my daughter live with him for 1 month, but he was just like doing weird stuff, and I'm like, you know what? What I say? Because I'm the baby mama, I'll let you have your kid. You feel me? Like, you can have your kids for a long period of time, as long as I see my kid every day, or, within, we fluctuate weekends or whatever like that. But, yeah, like, my baby daddy was doing, and I'm talking about real daddy, he was doing weird stuff, and I told him, like, I'll put you on child support. Like, I guess he just got tired of me saying it, because it's just, like, little stuff that he was doing, that he needed to be on child support, even though he had her full time. He had her full time only for that month, though. So I'm like, man, I'm tired of it or whatever like that. That dude ended up taking my daughter from me. He moved. I didn't even know where he was at when it was time for me to come get my daughter back. He was gone. He disappeared. Guess what he did? He took me to court for my daughter. And that's how we got joint custody at first. I got full custody now. But, that's how we first got joint custody. So when men make excuses, I'm just like, I don't even want to hear it. Because my baby daddy took me to court. And if he could do it and he be gangbanging, he be doing all kind of crazy stuff, he didn't make no excuses to take me to court. And that's that. Self-awareness is everything. It takes steps just to keep making improvements. Thank you. It may have been the only way he knew, especially if he grew up with himself. It's good you're aware now, though, of course. You think the army affected him? No. I know what affected him. So my baby daddy was, raped as a child. I'm not trying to tell his business, but he was raped and molested both. So that kind of messed him up as a child. And, I kept trying to figure out where the HPV came from, because y'all remember I have HPV. He was touched on by family too. So, he told me that these family members is the one that gave him the HPV. Being a kid, mind y'all, a kid. He just said he remembered when he was a kid, and that family member forced that on him and stuff, and he didn't know what he was doing. He says, he said he just remember one day waking up and his private was hurting and it was itchy and he had bumps on his stuff, and he was a kid, so he didn't know what it was and he didn't understand what was going on. So he basically dismissed it, and eventually it scarred. Like, it's like only one though, but like one little bump that looked like a zit that scarred or whatever like that, from her giving him that. And then he was abused by his daddy for no reason. His sister told me that, when he was 2, he asked for EE, and he hung him upside down by his leg and just started beating him really bad. Or his dad would just embarrass him. He walked into the barbershop and his daddy just started beating him in front of all his friends. And it was just stuff like that he had to go through. So I'm just like, I understand why he's not even the one who told me that. He told me about the barbershop thing, but he is not even the one who told me these things his siblings did. And I really feel like my baby daddy he really smart. Like, oh my gosh, he is a very smart man. And that's why I'm really upset that he just chose to do bad with his life, because he could pass any math test. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. He said when he went into the military, they have ASMAT or whatever that test is. They said he scored so high that they made him they was like, you gonna have to retake it because we don't believe that you didn't take this test. We feel like you cheated. And he was like, he was crying because he was like, man, I'm about to just say F the military. But he ended up taking it again and he still scored very high. Like, my baby daddy is very smart. He's smart when it comes to stocks. He's smart. Like, he's just book smart. He just smart all the way around. He just don't got common sense. He don't have common sense, but everything, he just smart. He really good at everything he do. I'm not playing. So that's why I was just like kind of sad that he kind of just effed up his life or whatever like that. I saw the potential in him always. That man could be a millionaire, even getting out of jail or whatever like that. He can still be a millionaire. Just the mindset he has to can't sleep until he feel like he gonna be rich one day. I done seen him touch over $50,000 and, you know, just a lot of money in his lifetime. He just stuck on the, you know, low poverty stuff to where he just be just blowing it, which is crazy. But yeah, he just blow his money. But he really is smart. But yeah, that's why he kind of effed up in the head. He was diagnosed with something. I don't know what he was diagnosed with, but he was getting a paycheck for it. I feel like it had to do with, like I said, his daddy abusing him. And then he said his mama used to just keep him in the room and just play games. You know, he just play video games all day while she just keep him in the room. And it was be men in and out of her house and stuff like that. And it's still like that to this day. Men in and out of her house. What else? You know, people talk bad about him like, you know, you just like your daddy. His daddy is a horrible person. His daddy hit women too. And he won't seem like that at first, but yeah, when you start being around everybody and everybody talk about it, it's like, dang. Then you start seeing certain stuff and it's like, dang. But it took me forever to believe that they daddy put hands on women. He just act like a Christian man. And it was so crazy. But yeah, he's narcissist too. So that's where my baby daddy got it from. He's so good. They can lie so well. What I say, they so good at lying. They is great. You have to question yourself. You could visibly see something happen and then they lie to you and you like, dang, I might be wrong. Knowing that you're right. What else? But yeah, they just be telling him, and he just allowed them to plant the seeds. I used to tell him, like, rebuke that. Don't let them plant that seed over you. I don't care if that's your mom, your grandma, whoever. You rebuke that. He wouldn't rebuke it. I'll rebuke it for you. I'll rebuke that in Jesus' name in front of them. I'll rebuke that in Jesus' name. When they try to say my kid's bad, my kid's gonna be like they daddy, I rebuke that in Jesus' name. No, they not. They not finna be like they daddy. No, they not like they daddy. And no, they won't be like they daddy. They're only 2 and 3 years old. They gonna be playing and stuff. They rough. I raised them to be rough. So don't be speaking like that. It's our jobs as parents to protect that's their seed. Don't allow people to plant stuff. I don't know if I told you, but I watch your lives because I can relate to your situation. No, you never told me that, Audrey. That's why you're going to have to guide your sons, because it should be generic. Can't teach common sense. You can't teach common sense. Literally, you cannot. It's hard. I've tried to. No, I'm not putting that on them. No, for real. Seriously, you gotta speak good stuff of your life. My kids not bad. My kids are only 2 and 3. My kids are men of God. My kids are wonderful. They kings. They handsome. I say really good things to my kids when they wake up in the morning, "Hey, handsome, you smart?" He say, "Yeah." "You a king?" "Yes." I literally speak good stuff into my kids' life. Then I call my daughter beautiful, gorgeous, because she both. I be like, "Hey, beautiful, gorgeous." She say, "Hey, mama." I say, "You so beautiful, Brielle. You so smart. Mama love you so much. You know that?" I literally tell them that just all the time. I love my kids. I give them 100,000 kisses when I'm there at the visits or when they was with me every day. I always kiss my kids because nobody know the day that they supposed to, check out. And it's hard for me right now not knowing our checkout date, my expiration date. And then I can't kiss my kids every day. All because I couldn't get out of something fast enough. Not because I did something to neglect my kids. Not because I abused my kids. Not because of any of that. But because of somebody else's actions and I couldn't control their actions, I got messed over. And no, I'm not fully blaming him because there was times that, yes, I did leave him alone completely. And I did not take him back. Okay? But there was times that I did get weak and I did give in. Maybe because I was scared. At the time, I still don't even know. Just got scared sometimes. Sometimes I really did get scared. Sometimes I might have been scared. And I knew I didn't have another place to go to. Couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't move. Thank you, Antoinette. I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing. Didn't have money to. Was on public housing. And I just couldn't move. So, eat me up every day, feeling as though, based off of what they say, it kind of make it seem like I really chose a man over my kids. And it really eat me up every day damn, I wasn't strong enough to pick my kids first. I don't know. Because like I said, I can't fully blame him. I'm part of the reason. Because there was times where I would chase him down the street. I would, we'll be at his grandma's house, and the kids all at his grandma there, all that. And then me and him get into it, and I'm chasing, me and him literally running in the middle of the street and chasing each other and stuff like that. And I done left my kids, or I'm speeding off driving in the middle of, stuff like that. And so I don't ever want to do that again. Hello from Brazil. Shout out to you. Shout out to Brazil. I might try one more time. I don't know. I think I'm done with relationships for a very long time because it's just their relationship hurt me the most. I love that man so much. Like I said, I loved him more than myself. And I know that sounds sad, but I did. And it's crazy that I can still say I still love him. Even after all of this. I didn't want this for him. I wanted the best for him. But he just could not change. And even if it wasn't me, it was gonna be the next girl that he was gonna be with. It was. Cause when you an insecure man and caused due to insecurity, you put your hands on women, it was always gonna be bound to happen. And I told him, you either gonna put your hands on the right woman and you gone, or you gonna put your hands on the right woman, you go to jail for life, or you gonna end up taking somebody's life with your hands, because you can't keep your hands off of them. And what do you know? This man in jail. Man in jail. So sometimes loving somebody from a distance is the best option for us. So I feel you. It is, but sometimes it's always easier said than done. You know how many times I tried to leave him alone and stuff, and my body craving him, literally craving him. My skin, my body crawling outside my skin type stuff. You know, like I'm trying to concentrate, and sometimes I'll do good for a day, and him too. We'll do good for a little bit, and then it just keep going through our mind, like what he doing, or vice versa with him, like what's she doing, or whatever like that. Or if we really do stop thinking about each other, if I call his grandma and she's trying to get my kids or whatever like that, she'll be like, hey, have you talked to Rayshawn and stuff? You know, Rayshawn over here just sad. He just looking out of space. He look lost since y'all broke up. What you be doing to that boy? I be like, I don't do nothing. Even when his mama not liking me, she done called me a couple times. Like, my son just dazed, and I told him he gotta go because he just was staring in the sky. He just looked lost. Like, he looked empty. He gone. He gone in the head and stuff. And his daddy would say that too, and just everybody just be calling me, and then I'd be like, man, I miss my baby. Okay, let me go back. Let me call my baby and go get him. And he'll be ignoring me sometimes because he'll try to like really just, you know, sometimes he'll vice versa. They'll talk about me and then he'll just call me and keep calling me no caller ID until I answer and start, you know, blowing me up. And like I said, vice versa, I would do the same thing. Yeah, but it got to the point where we just couldn't, we was inseparable, literally. We couldn't leave each other alone, neither one of us. So, I'll, you know, be about to drop my kids off and I know he over there. I'll make sure that I'm really cute. Because he would get insecure if I was cute. He would think that he would think that I was gonna mess with another dude, even though I wasn't. But he would think that I'll go mess with another dude if I look really good. So he see me, he'd be like, where are you going? And he'd be like, can I go? And he'll start laughing. And we'll start laughing and be like, okay, come on, baby. It was so toxic, but I'll be like, come on. And then I miss him, and then we make up and have great makeup sex. And then, yeah, that's pretty much how it went. We got to the point where we just kept taking each other back so much to where we loved each other, but we but we disliked each other. We couldn't be around for too long without arguing. Like, we couldn't go a day without arguing. Or when we could go a day without arguing, we couldn't go more than 3 days without arguing. You get me? We had to be away from each other because it just was getting so toxic. And when I used to get mad, I'd be like, man, see, and you just put your hands on me the other day. It wouldn't even be the same day. Like, you just put your hands on me 2 days ago. I'm going to call the police and I'm telling them what you did. Like, you weird. I'm going to press charges. So then it got to the point where I was threatening him just to scare him, I guess. He got tired of me threatening him too. Like, I'm tired of you threatening me. You keep threatening me with the police and all that. I'm like, well, but that's because you keep putting your hands on me. Like, it just got toxic for both parties, not just one. Like, it just was very hard. But I wish I would have left sooner so he didn't have to, you know, like I said, he would eventually did this with somebody else, but I wish I would have left sooner because he probably just had another baby, and that would have hurt me bad, but I'd rather that than him went to jail, you know? But some people don't want to change. Some people can't change. I would call his family all day, and they would all say, like, sadly, either this dude gonna be gone, like, you know, not here no more, or he gonna be in jail. It's sad to say, but those are the only two options. The way he living his life careless. He lived his life not just with me like that. He would do his granny so dirty. He took her car and stuff. She let him borrow it and said just to go get my son stuff for his birthday, the decorations. And I told her, let me come with him because you know how he is. He not gonna bring your car back. She like, he ain't gonna do that for his son's birthday. Let him go. I'm like, yes, he is. Little do you know, he did. And he was so cowardice to give her keys back that he left her keys in the ignition. And it was a stranger that came, stole her car, drove off. He stole the bumper, the radio, her lights. He stole my kid's car seat, his daughter's car seat, all her hair. She was supposed to get her hair done and everything that was in there. He had bought my baby some brand new shoes. The person stole all the shoes, everything. His grandma's car tore up if you see it. That's because of him. And then he had $11,000. He didn't even go get her a new car after that. Kept saying to grandma, I'm going to get you a new car. I'm going to get you a new car. He was making $50,000 over the road a month. And yes, I